Podcast Amsterdam.
Hello, yes, welcome to your Amsterdam weekend. We've got a special guest on the show. Igor Fenoman is on his way, musician from Ukraine, now based in Amsterdam. We're going to find out about his life in Amsterdam, weekend hangout tips from his neighbourhood, and also his story. Oh my God, I think he only came for a weekend in Amsterdam just before the war and got stuck here. He's got the synth indie music track, Stay Awake. Enjoy it, and then we'll hear more from the artist himself. Stay awake.
Precious mountain, every time there's no sublime bohemia. Passions running deep inside this pain, no mind we're healing, yeah. Wish I could never lose those battles, never be the man of integrity.
Podcast Amsterdam.
Yes, that's right. Stay awake from Fenoman. We have Igor Fenoman now in the studio.
Hello. Nice to meet you. Nice to be here.
Yes, it's wonderful. And you sent us an intro to your music. So I think, oh, it's a bit cheeky, but here's my music. And I loved it. I hope you did too, listeners. So this is our show, Your Amsterdam Weekend. So we're going to find out a bit about how you're going to spend your Amsterdam weekend. You've been here less than a year, I guess?
Yes. Yeah. I think in 10 days is going to be like almost a year that I came here. To start off, I'm a musician, but professionally I'm a teacher. But I was trying to like get my music promoted, sending out my music to radios and like stuff. And I got a request from the radio show to shoot the live video, actually the one that you shared on stories and Instagram. And I did this live video. Then I decided to make a video clip. I'm telling this story. This is long, but I'm gonna do it really short. I was making the music video, and I got my friends. Like it was like a live concert and stuff. And I decided to take them like to some of the place, like to a cafe, and like to have a small party. Then it converted into a big party. Like it was like underground, like a collection of the best DJs in Kharkiv. And I was not going to make it, but I was okay. You want to have parties, and it was COVID. Actually, it was red zone,
yes, yeah.
And it was real rave. I made a party in a store, construction materials store, like 200 meters in the center of the city. Music pumping, everything is shut down, but music was pumping. Once even the police came, yeah. And one of these parties, or two to be exact, was visited by a guy called Armen. He is actually Ukrainian Armenian,
right.
But he lives in Amsterdam. And he sent a message something like, "Well, if you ever comes to Amsterdam, just text me and come." So next 2 years, year went by, COVID, everything is shut down. I got vaccinated and decided, okay, I've been at home for 2 years, I need to go somewhere. And Amsterdam is my favorite city, as I said. This is the fifth time I came here. And I texted Armen, I got random tickets for 3 days, at the end of January, 28th of January, 31st of January, I was supposed to go back. And I'm like, Armen, do you mind putting me, because the prices in Amsterdam for staying, it's hella expensive. I always came to stay in hostels, this one bed in the room for 8 people, and here I get to stay. And he texted me back well, at that point I'm not gonna be there, but I'll leave you the keys.
That's so cool.
And
nice guy.
Yes, I stayed for 3 days, and I was like, do you mind if I stay a bit longer, because it's a dream come true living in the city. He lives quite maybe a kilometer away from here,
right.
And he said well, I'm coming back on the 20th of February, and you can stay as long as that. And yeah, he came back a little bit earlier than that, and then the pressure was mounting, and the 24th of February I was my dream came true, because I was dreaming about living in Amsterdam. But on the other hand, the worst thing that could happen, the war in your country started. So
yes.
This is the story.
It's just crazy. So, yeah, I mean, anything can happen for a weekend in Amsterdam turned into a longer trip.
3 days. Actually, this is the trousers. I came in I was
trousers
wearing.
you came
Yes.
to for that very
Yes,
first
I had a jacket. I had a t-shirt. I had these trousers. I actually I wanted to make some music. Yeah. So I brought the laptop, headphones and microphone and stuff, just to make music. And I didn't bring everything else.
Yes, you had only packed for a short trip. You were expecting to go back.
Yeah.
So.
And it extended for 3 weeks. okay, I was okay for staying without many clothes for 3 weeks. Yes. But now it's like a year, as I said.
After, with the war breakup and broke out, staying in Amsterdam, but
yeah,
still...
and I come from Kharkiv. This is the city which is like being destroyed like virtually every day. So like this is the hardest. So my option, like, you know, men are not allowed to leave the country, and I'm probably, some people see me as a coward, like, you know, because men, they fight again. But you know, like I just didn't come back. Like,
no, it was, you were here. Yeah,
I didn't run away. Like, you know, some people trying to make it like through the border. I was not trying to. I was like, okay, you can go back where it's like there is dangerous, like you can get killed and stuff, or you can go to army and get killed, or you can like stay and make your dream come true. So
in Amsterdam, and you are continuing to make music. So this is one of your tracks. Litoa is one of your most recent tracks.
Actually, it came out a year ago. Another story of mine. I wanted to represent Ukraine for Eurovision contest with that. Yes. I sent it, but it didn't even make it to a short list of 8. And I was like, and it was another reason I was like, oh, screw it, I'm going to Amsterdam. Like, yes. And this is good because like if I made it, I would have to go back to Kiev and so.
Oh, this is totally good enough for the Eurovision, Igor. Listeners, you listen to it, and maybe another year. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe for the Netherlands.
Yeah. Oh, that was super nice. Litoa, Fenoman. And we have Fenoman here with us. What does that mean, Litoa?
It's abbreviation for a phrase, and like this is the main message I'm trying to send. Oh, I'm live on Instagram. Hello, this is Katie from Brem Radio Amsterdam, and this is Igor from Kharkiv, Ukraine, answering all sorts of questions. And Litoa actually stands for Love is the Only Answer. Yes.
Love is the only answer.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Got it.
And actually, I made this demo about a year and a half ago, and I didn't finish it for some time. Then I fell in love, and half of the song is about it. Half of the song is about love and in general meaning. I mean, people towards people, people towards life, art, whatever it is. And I try to not only sing songs. I'm trying to put the message into each and every of them. So Little is just about this, and it's not only about love towards a girl or a boy, whoever it is. It's about love in a general sense.
Yes. So we are talking on your Amsterdam weekend show. So I'm going to find out, where's your neighbourhood in Amsterdam? Because you started quite centrally. Are you still in the same place, or did you find a new neighbourhood?
Actually, another long story. Yes, as I said, I was staying in the centre. Then I accidentally met a girl here, and I was staying here near Vondel Park in a luxurious apartment, 2 floor. She was working as a she was babysitting for their kid, and they let me stay for a couple of weeks or something. Then I was staying with a Brazilian couple, so it was in the center, so I get to study the central part. Then I lived in the west area. I stayed with a Brazilian couple for a month. They put me for they told me they will put me for 3 months. They put but they have switched their plans. I was forced to look for another place, and then happily I found this wonderful location. It's actually a refugee hotel near Rai station. So as I said, I explored center, west. Now I'm exploring south. And I told you previously I work with Fling. And my hub is situated in the eastern part. So I explored the eastern part, and I love the north part of Amsterdam. So I get, I'm like a taxi driver, so I know I can take you to all the wonderful places in Amsterdam. And you were asking about how to spend a good weekend in Amsterdam. My recipe is take a bike and ride, cycle around and visit places. I get many more ideas to share.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, in less than a year, or just more than a year, that you've lived in so many places. And now about the Rai, that's a good place to go. Igor, you were saying how much you like Amsterdam Nord. Well, there's a protest on because there's so many people now living in Amsterdam Nord, but the transport to and fro is just really oversubscribed. The ferries are super full. I don't know if you found that.
Yeah, I love taking them ferries.
Yes.
like locals, they don't appreciate, and it's free. Like I love to like having lunch like that. I go to the supermarket, like there's like Albert Heijn, and there is a microwave. Then yeah, you can like get a pizza wherever you want, and then take a ferry, take it to the north side, and like just enjoy the view and have lunch. So this is one of my tips as well.
It is a good view. You're right. Oh, so easy. But yeah, it's oversubscribed, listeners. So those ferries, I think.
Ferries, yeah, overcrowded, but they're
Yes.
they're like all the time they're running like I don't know till 3 a.m. or something.
Yeah, that's true. Very often, I mean, it's kind of, we're lucky, but the Amsterdammers, they always want more. They want more. So what's happening is the
There's
bicycle.
underground as well, like
Yeah,
the stations. Yeah.
that's true. We have the metro and the cars. Igor, there are so many problems with those tunnels all
It's
the
not the
time.
problem. Like I come from the country which has like lots of problems with everything.
Yes,
like
we can fix it.
Yeah. This is like in my country. It started working previously, like in the Soviet era, and it's later it was the legacy of the USSR, and no protests worked at all. Like, and the most protests were kind of like crap. Seriously,
Yes.
you couldn't and not many people pay taxes. But everything is like so corrupt. And now like with we have these revolutions. We had the Orange Revolution. Now we have this Revolution Dignity, and now like you heard about the events, and people are starting to waking up. We're building this like civil society, and people like started to protest. They go online, they sign petitions, and there are many people like especially now during the war period. Like lots of people, they get together, they collect money, like they buy armor like for soldiers, they like they chip in like for everything. Like Ukraine, for example, we bought a satellite. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, I think through crowdfunding.
Yeah, we were
basically.
crowdfunding for Bayraktar, which is like unmanned thing, which is like, but the Turkish government, they were so wow, like we're giving them to you for free, and we're like, okay, where does this money go? Okay, well, let's buy a satellite.
Wow. So there's civic action over here in Amsterdam, also in Ukraine. So we were talking about the weekends in Amsterdam. So in your many travels around the city, Igor, where's your weekend vibes? Although you might have a different work pattern, I think if you're working for Flink, the weekend might be your working.
Yes, actually,
time.
I'm working this Saturday.
Yes.
So the best tip is like if you have a weekend, like put away like Saturday and Sunday, like just make it free. Yeah, as I said, like cycling is a good idea. Another idea of mine that I came up with, I'm not sure if they still sell them in Action supermarket. Action, yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, like maybe in May I bought an inflatable kayak.
Oh, fantastic!
Yes.
How much was that?
120 euros,
Yeah.
and it comes together with two pedals, so you can just like invite somebody. So it's for two people, and it's easily like it's a bit heavy especially for if you're a girl, woman, but like if you're a man, and especially you put it on the bike. And that's how I spend some of like my best days. Like you just go to the city center or or the lake or like whatever it is. I didn't go as far as to the North Sea, but probably I should try it as well.
Maybe not in January. I don't know.
I do dive in. I do dive in cold water as well. It's really good for the brain, for health as well. Yeah, it's just like the thing I have like on the table right next to me. So I started to. So I've always been into sports, but recently I've also started to like getting into this yoga. No, I'm not actually doing yoga, but this thing, a sadhu board I told you about, it tests your brain. So diving in cold water is like, I would say, it's like a reboot to your system. So have you ever tried it, by the way? No.
When I was at school, we did some cold water swimming, and stuff. Not since then. I'm a chicken. But I've heard all about it. There's a lot of people who are really pro that cold water swimming.
There's a guy, Iceman Hoff. He's from Netherlands.
Yes, the Dutch guy.
Yes.
How long have you been playing with the sadhu board?
Actually, I think I was introduced to it 2 years ago. When I was recording one of the tracks with a friend of mine, like, and he introduced it. We went after we recorded in the studio. We went home, and he said, like, let's. I think we're on the radio, like nobody can see. Let's describe what the thing is. So, sadhu board is basically sadhu. It's translated from Indian as a sacred.
Right. Yes.
I think holy, sacred, something like that. Yeah, and actually the technology comes from India. The technology is two boards made of wood. They could be made of metal or plastic. I also have plastic ones at home, and each of them has about 350 nails through them. These are real nails. You can try. They are not this sharp that damage your skin, but they're really sharp, yes. And these two wooden boards, they are like the size of big man foot. Yes, and basically they are designed like for standing on them. Actually, I would like you to try it like after the show, maybe like but this is something you need to be like ready for. This is not during the radio show. Yes, and so what is the thing is there is a science called reflexology, foot reflexology charts. You can Google them on the internet, and I think the Chinese do it. I think it's something like related to acupuncture. Yeah. So throughout the body we have this kind of points which we apply the pressure to, and you kind of stimulate these points. And like by standing on these things, so you like basically like activate I think like 300 points on each of your feet, and like it creates tremendous pressure. Then the blood starts circulating around the body, the chemicals, and then like the body starts like healing itself, and you start straightening up and stretching, and it's a good thing. It's kind of like it's a boost to your immune system, if in short. But it impacts your physical abilities, your mental abilities, your spirit, your ability to take the pain, because it's really painful. But there is a magic number. If you like, not many people walk off it like after a few seconds actually, but if you endure like for 3 minutes, after this one you get into this like state like now, here and now, like you know, into this kind of different kind of mind state. So it works with your physical abilities, with your mental abilities, and you work with your ego, because it's like what are you doing like this, why are you doing it hurts, like get off it, like no, why are you doing this? And then it's like no, eternity. Yes.
Listeners, I really thought it was an instrument, a musical instrument. It's so totally not. I don't know what to say. Like,
actually, I had back problems, and I'm healing my back with them. I started lying on them, and it's like first it gets really painful, but then like your your muscles kind of get relief. Like.
Can you buy them just from a store in Amsterdam? Do you think someone could go out this weekend and buy one?
Not yet, but I'm working on it.
You could become a distributor, Igor.
Yeah, because like as I said, like it became popular with Ukrainian like yoga instructors and stuff, and now Ukrainians are everywhere in Europe and the United States, and like to Europeans and Americans, like it's a weird thing. But when once some Iceman Hof tries this thing and says like, hey guys, this is like totally new thing, it's not a new thing, it came from India and many centuries, but it could be a tool. I believe this could be a tool like for becoming a superhuman, actually, like for becoming a normal human, healthy human, happy and stuff.
Broadcast Amsterdam.
You're listening to Broadcast Amsterdam. We're here with Igor Fenoman, a music artist based out of in Amsterdam now, but originally from Ukraine. We've had some brilliant tips from Ukrainian artists. So it seems like you're keeping in touch with the musicians back in your country and stuff. I liked all these tracks that you gave us as tips, Igor. So how do you pronounce their name?
Kurgan.
Kurgan. Yeah,
yes,
they've got 91.6 thousand subscribers on YouTube.
As I said, like it started as a joke, but it became a viral video, and then now they're making it like they give. And also they like one of the guys, like he is now he's doing military service. He's in Ukrainian army, and the two others so they have now many fans, and they collect money to buy ammunition, clothes, and like necessary stuff for soldiers. And as I say, everyone is involved in the country. I was trying to do something as well here, but I can at least go to radio shows and spread the word, and people can hear what's happening in the country, because it's pretty awful. Like you can imagine this happening in the 21st century.
Yeah. So we come to the end of the show. Thank you for joining us, Igor Fenoman.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it. This is as I said, this is my first ever radio show, in Amsterdam. More than I could dream about.
The first of many, I should hope. Where can people follow you?
Mostly I think on Instagram, because Igor, how do you call it? _ Fenoman. And I put it everywhere. I put it on. I try to put TikTok. Do you use TikTok? Is TikTok
it's on my list of things to do for the station. Not yet.
So mostly Instagram. This is where I put my updates. But my updates are mostly traveling around Amsterdam and shooting nice videos.
Yeah, wonderful. Look out for Igor around town on his Flink bike.
Oh yes. yes, in
Look
the
out.
Ost.
Yeah, you've got some really interesting things on your Instagram as well. It's super nice. I saw some ice skating and stuff like that.
Sports generally, I like.
Yes.
Alert, active.
Yes. And we're going to finish off with one of your tracks, Amsterdam, which is an ode to the city after being here for about a year. You talk about, I think, about the king and about
Actually,
other things.
I made it before. Like
Oh,
I
did
released
you?
it in 2020. Yeah, it was. I'm talking about my first King's Day.
Yeah.
I visited in 2018. It was my first
Yes.
King's Day, and it blew my mind. Like this, the orange city and everything. Like yeah.
Wonderful. So we're going to finish with that ode to Amsterdam. It's kind of like a bit hip-hoppy style, isn't it?
Yeah, drum and bass, hip hop,
that's
and
it.
21 Pilots maybe.
So enjoy this and have a great weekend, everybody.
Amsterdam, nothing here to get me down, but no one's gonna save me when I'm heading home. I would rather be alone. What I'm gonna sing, I'm high on Amsterdam. Nothing here to get me down, but no one's gonna save me when I'm heading home.
Broadcast Amsterdam. Podcast Amsterdam.